Hello.
Hi.
I'm not used to it right now.
I'm so glad you fell for me saying that was mine. That was hilarious. You were like,
I'm
gosh,
really
is it yours?"
gullible. Really bad.
That's okay. I used to be, and then I stopped trusting anybody on anything.
I feel like we should be facing this way.
I feel like we should be talking to each other like a real conversation and just happen to be recording it.
Okay.
I don't know. We're so good at this. Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to My Aunt's Attic. Our very second.
Technically third.
What?
We've done a video before last time.
Oh, I forgot about that. Technically third. Okay.
Who's counting?
I'm certainly not, obviously. How you doing, Mary Grace?
I'm good. I'm really tired.
You don't look comfortable. You look like you're about to get out of your seat.
I just look like mad frumpy
That's okay.
because my clothes are like parachute. Oh gosh.
Oh, what'd you do? That was definitely you.
I relaxed.
Can't do that.
I need to move her.
Mm, 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 mm. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the
I normally sit on my foot is why, but I can't. Excuse me. Don't make me feel bad.
we're off to a hot start, folks.
There, does that look more like me?
Sure, yes. I have something in
God,
my
I look huge. Do I always look huge in my huge clothes? Good grief.
You're talking to a person that's literally twice your size.
Whatever.
There's something in my eyeball, but we're gonna pretend it's not. Okay, moving on. Am I coming in? Coming in loud and clear?
I hear you.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm tired.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm not gonna say I'm tired because I actually feel okay. Other than something in my
I hate
eye.
having something in my eye. It shuts down all my other functions.
Well, it makes you only be able to
Yeah.
concentrate on that, and it doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like one of those like little squiggly things in front of your eye, like the little gooey worm.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the nastiest thing?
Of
Maybe one
course.
of the nasty. No, but like, not like haha gross funny, like cringe
Oh.
gross. I don't have a problem touching my eyes. A lot of people do. I don't have a problem with it. And normally if I have an eyelash in my eye and I like go in the mirror and when you can see it just like floating around on your cornea,
Okay.
I will just grab it like this.
Pinchy.
I'll pinch it. Well,
Well, I mean that's what most people have to do with their contacts.
yeah,
I have
sure.
contacts.
4 years ago, I was in Maryland on vacation, and I had an eyelash in my eye, and I like looked in the mirror, and I went to grab it, and I didn't grab it the first time, probably didn't grab it the second time. The third time, I pinched my cornea like it was skin and saw it come off my eyeball a little bit.
That's cute.
Like I pinched it off. Like I pinched it. I didn't know you could do that. I pinched my cornea between my two fingernails.
That's disturbing. Yeah, I definitely didn't know that was a thing that you could do.
And it was so unsettling, like I couldn't stop replaying it in my head. I was fine. It didn't hurt. I was whatever. But just the sight of it. Do you want to go?
I'm like rotating my contacts. It's
I've
okay.
never put contacts in. I've never had them.
Yeah. No, I had to start wearing glasses or contacts or something in like 7th grade. It was a non-option. But no, I don't want to actually, for the first time ever, I don't want to say I'm tired. I've been sleeping pretty decently. Actually, last night I had a couple dreams where I was signing. I had ASL
Accurately?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, the conversation was about how much practice I need and how terrible I am at it. But no, overall, the conversation was pretty accurate, and I was having a grand time. It was great. I also, I've also had 2 separate dreams. This is so ridiculous. Have you seen the commercial? I think it's for Pretty Litter or something like that. I think it's Matt Damon. He has a cat that was featured in this commercial or whatever, but I was watching it and I don't even know how it's a commercial. I don't even know what it's for, really. I don't know if it's even, there we go, for the cat litter or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is that they were making jewelry out of cat's crap.
As a joke?
The whole commercial was a joke of something or other, but look it up, folks. I don't know how to describe it other than they were making jewelry out of cat crap.
They make paper out of like elephant poop.
No, like they were like it was almost like gold plated crap.
Oh, like turds?
Yeah. Like turds just gold plated and then put on a necklace or something.
Okay.
I had 2 separate dreams about that. It was on 2 separate nights. And it was just a weird thing to dream about. Quit moving.
I didn't.
Oh, you done messed it up. Is it? It was angled weird on there. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. We have new microphones coming. This is the last.
These are not them.
These are not the new mics. We have new ones coming soon. They were supposed to be here, but the weather has been ridiculous. That's what I was doing. I was buying a new winter coat right before we started this because Josie had one that was absolutely gorgeous.
We literally have no idea where it came from. She just this year started wearing it, and we're like, where did we get that? Who gave that to us? We have no idea. Maybe now that you made a joke about leaving it here, maybe someone left it here.
How do you leave your coat somewhere though? Like if it's cold enough to need a coat, then you need a coat to go.
Dumb kids.
Probably. I don't know.
My mom has taken the wrong coat home.
Yeah, that's happened.
No, because I would know immediately. I think I would know immediately. What?
I've gotten into the wrong car before.
That's like my biggest fear, I think.
My mom had a old green mini.
I actually don't think they heard it.
They certainly saw it.
They missed out.
Oh my God. Sorry. I drank some of my Frost sparkling water things before I came.
I could have guessed.
Yeah. But anyway, no, my mom had a minivan that was we called it the green machine, the green bean. It was a piece of junk. And she was picking me up from softball one day and talking to another mom or something. So I went to the car and waited for her, and I'm sitting and I was like, huh, this is really clean. When did that happen? And then I looked around. I was like, oh no, this is too clean. This is not my car. And I'm sitting in some random person's car.
No.
Yeah. All because it wasn't dirty enough. I was like, oh yeah, this is not my car.
See, I triple check like every time. Well, my car is very distinct.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not worried about that. But my mom's car is not. And I've always just like triple checked to be like, oh, I recognize that mess. That tissue box on the floor. Those garbage bags.
I've got Grogu in the window, so it's kind of hard to mistake my car.
That helps me also find your car.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I forget every time I get into it what your car looks like.
Well, it's so run of the mill. It's a silver Honda CRV. I mean, it's a dime a dozen, so it's not. Yeah, no distinctive features or anything on that, but on the inside, yes.
Did you ever watch Split, the movie?
No.
It's like the guy with like multiple personalities.
Yeah.
That's how the movie opens. Kind of. All the girls get into their car to leave, whatever, and he gets in the driver's seat, and they're like, "Excuse me, sir, I think you have the wrong car." And he turns around and he gasses all of them.
Oh. New fear unlocked. Cool. Yay, thanks.
That's what I'm saying.
So no, I wanted to say that one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the fact that I've decided to at least try to stop claiming to be things that I am not.
Oh.
We're going to start off hot for this real quick, just so I can get this out of the way, because it's been on my mind a lot. But I've said it before that I was like, I'm always saying I'm tired. Well, you know what? The Lord says that I'm a whole lot of other things, and it's not listed anywhere that says you're tired. No.
We've talked about this. Yes.
I am loved. I'm forgiven. I'm saved. I'm all these different things that, and I am created. We are all created in the image of God. God's not tired. God's not any of these things that I always claim to be. And so why am I so quick to accept the labels that the world puts out there for me, but I don't accept the labels that the Lord has given me and provides for me? And it just got on my nerves because I was like flipping through things and how do I put this without coming across like I'm dissing everybody, because I'm not. It's not like that. But all of TikTok says, if you do this, you might have ADHD. If you do this, you might have autism. If you do this, you might have this. And it's just, who cares? I mean, like, I'm functioning. I have autistic tendencies. I have ADHD for sure. I'm not diagnosed with it, but you don't need a diagnosis to know you have something. Like, the doctors are asking you the same questions that you can answer at home. You can check mark all of them. Yeah, I have it. All you're doing, the difference is getting a diagnosis and being able to maybe get medication for it. Well, I've learned how to cope with things in ways that I don't technically need medication. Maybe other people do. That's fine. If you need a diagnosis, go for it, whatever you need to do. But I've also been claiming titles that don't belong to me. And I'm done doing that. And I'm done bogging myself down with the weight of the titles of the world rather than freeing myself by accepting what God has given me. So I'm going to focus on that instead. So no, I might feel tired a little bit every now and then, but I myself am not tired. I am filled with joy and love and hope and happiness and a future that is promising and all this wonderful stuff that the Lord has in store for me. So that's what I'm going to start claiming. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty stinking good. So that's where we're at. Hopefully everyone can get on board with that. So yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I am tired though.
That's fine. You're allowed. What's happened this week?
I'm just like not used to being in school, I don't think. And I'm going 4 days a week, which I haven't done in a while.
You were on the 2-day a week, kind of jam-packed.
2 or 3 usually, yeah. I did do 4 at OCC when we did our accelerated level 3 or 4, whatever it was.
Well, OCC was also a lot closer too. You've got travel.
Yeah, I've got a double, almost triple the drive time.
Yeah.
But I've been sleeping really well, and I have been going to bed really early.
That's good. You've joined the old lady group.
I mean, I say that. I fall asleep at like 11:30.
Well, if you're in bed and resting and everything before that, that's still good.
I'm getting tired at like 9.
Oh, I check out at like 8 o'clock. I'm like watching the clock count down, and I'm like, can I go to bed yet? Can I go to bed?
It's awful because I'm like a night owl. God. I don't even know what to do about it.
Hold real still. Perfect. Don't move.
I'm like a night owl, and I am usually the most productive. See, like I didn't even move that time.
That might have been me. I'm moving.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Nope, I think that's you. That's you. Technical difficulties, folks. It's happening.
It's okay.
Now we just have like this awkwardly large blank space.
Oh yeah, let's.
Oh, I ripped it out. Hold on. Ouch. I'm a disaster.
Anyway, I'm normally most productive at night, and I haven't been because I've just been tired. And like you said, I'm just like waiting to go to bed, and I'm like, I feel like an awful human being because I'm just like, gosh.
Okay.
Once 8 p.m. hits, I'm like, I'm useless.
Well, what else is there to do after that? There's
normally
not a whole lot
I would be
to do
doing
after
laundry and like changing my sheets and cleaning my room and
oh, that's entirely too much work to do at 8 o'clock.
But that's when I get my.
We're both having technical issues.
I don't even know. It's when I get my burst of energy, but I haven't been.
I used to like in high school. Oh, maybe it was just that. Maybe
it's your ears setting it on fire.
Maybe this is just plugged. Oh, this is. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Anyway, oh, my hair's in the way. I used to get my burst of energy in high school at like 11 p.m. and I'd start rearranging my room. Speaking of rearranging my room,
oh, I have also done this.
I just feng shuied my bedroom.
Feng shui.
It's so much better.
What are the rules of that?
No idea. I say feng shuied.
Did you just change it?
The only thing I did was change where my bed was located because I saw the feng shui guy on TikTok say that you're not supposed to have your bed right across from like the doorway.
Yep.
That's how my bed's been for like 3 years or whatever. And
I love having rules to just follow.
Well, it takes the thought process out of it, and I don't want to. I have other things to think about. I don't want my mental bandwidth taken up with that kind of thing. So the actual catalyst to me moving my room around was to get the projector that I use. I don't have a TV. I use a projector, and
it's really cool, by the way.
The exhaust fan on it blew right onto my bed. And so I'm sitting in a sauna basically as I'm trying to watch a movie, and I was like, this is not a good time. So the whole catalyst to me wanting to move my bedroom around anyway was just so I could have the projector facing the other way around and have everything still be able to plug in properly and whatever. And it just so happened to function the same way as feng shuiing my room with my bed on the other side. And everything flows so much better.
That's great.
Everything has its spot now. Everything actually looks like it's supposed to be there rather than how it was before, where I had just things shoved places that made it fit where the plugs worked. Because a couple of my plugs flip with the light switch and others are don't matter with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to have specific things plugged into specific things.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured it out, and it's been fantastic. It's been a few days, and maybe that's why I'm sleeping so much better. I've been feng shuied.
Okay, so I feng shuied my room in December, and I could not sleep the first few nights because I was like, where am I? Because, okay, so you saw my room, I think, a couple times.
No, one time, and I literally cannot remember at all.
Well, it's very small. Like, not even half the size of this living room. And the way I had it set up is like you walk in the door and immediately across from the door is my bed.
Bad energy.
Bad energy. The monkeys and the birds are going to attack me from the also because it was next to the window, is what the guy says. So I always like have these impulsive like desires to just like change things. By myself and without like my room is so small, my bed takes up 80% of it. I have a queen in a small room. Don't ask me why. I don't know either. I just was like, I just started rotating everything instead of like a normal person would like take stuff out of the room, turn the bed, put everything back.
Nah.
Just started rotating everything 1 degree individually by itself and just kept doing it until my whole room was flipped around. What does that sound? That's a new one. So my bed is, I'll have to just show it to you. But it's on the other side of the room.
Oh my good lord.
I can't.
Fine. We're good. This
but
is gonna be...
that meant that I was sleeping on the opposite side of the bed.
I am also sleeping on the opposite side. My bed is concaved in a way that has me rolling.
You're supposed to rotate your mattress, aren't you? Like your tires?
Well, yes and no, because my bed is sunk right in the middle, and this is not a mattress that you can flip. Older mattresses you can actually
right
flip.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Yeah, it sunk right down in the middle, and I tried to start distributing it by sleeping on one side, forcing myself up, and then I flipped it around, and now I'm back on the other side, which that hasn't sunk yet.
Oh.
So I keep rolling into the middle.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Well, I sleep on the very edge, and originally I was on the right side. Excuse you. You guys, look at how her ears... Okay, they didn't always used to be up. When she was a puppy, one went up for a little bit, but they've kind of like switched on and off. Like she'll normally have one that stays up and one that doesn't. But as of this year, they've both been up, but like so high. Like they're going to touch each... I want you to show them. Oh, okay. Like they're going to touch in the middle.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm just gonna watch her.
She's got airplane ears now. Anyway,
so cute.
I was for the first like 2 weeks. I was afraid I was gonna roll off of the bed.
Beds. Okay, I forgot what we were talking about for a second. Okay,
because I like to sleep on my left side, but I was sleeping on the right side of the bed, so I would roll. Obviously, I was afraid I was gonna roll onto my left side and right off the bed once I moved it.
Me and Kendra stayed at. What are they called? A bed and breakfast one time. And it was like an Alaskan king bed. And we just got one room. So we were sharing. Huge bed. She slept right on the edge.
That's what I do, yeah.
And I told her, I was like, Kendra, what are you doing? And she's like, I think I just subconsciously move all the way over. And I'm like, you're about to fall off this king size bed. Like, what are you doing? And she did that everywhere we went. So it was really a subconscious thing. She's like right on the edge. And I'm sprawled out. I'm like, I'm going to enjoy myself.
No, I've always done that. And I don't know why, but to sleep in the middle of a bed sounds horrifying. It's almost like claustrophobic in a different way of like, I can't get out of the bed fast enough.
That is my aunt's couch. She has this one pocket of her couch that is like sunken so far in. The way the couch is made is like this whole... It's a thing, and you can't get out of it. And my uncle has sunk in the back cushion where you really, truly cannot get out.
Yeah, So I rearranged my room in December, and I just rearranged a little bit of it, like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I love it. I love doing it.
Speaking of
I love
like
the change of that.
this is a somewhat transition. The creature comforts and everything. I did a very Danielle thing this week.
What? The what?
Creature comforts. I was thinking bed, comfortable creature comforts.
What's creature comforts?
Just like the little things that you do to
Be comfortable.
cozy yourself in and
Like cricket feet.
yeah.
Oh, I love cricket
Like
feet.
adults having like a stuffed animal, like that's your thing. That's what. Is it you or me? Was
Probably
it me
me.
that time?
I don't know.
But I did a very Danielle thing. This is
Blankie?
reminiscent.
Blankie?
No,
Pillow?
no,
Did you have a name for your pillow?
no.
Just pillow.
Just my pillow. But I'm gonna put myself on blast. This is so embarrassing. When I was 18, my senior year of high school, I was obsessed to a debilitating, problematic degree with the show Supernatural. I skipped school. I binge watched that. I stayed up for days upon days binge watching 9 years worth of television because they were in season 9 when I started getting into it. And I also I've always been in love with classic cars. And so that show really got me obsessed with the 1967 Chevy Impala. And my stupid idiot self that there's a chance. I told myself that there was a chance. I got online and I was looking Craigslist, all different kind of places.
I have no idea where this is gonna go.
I don't know why I'm telling this story
I
to
also
tell
look
another story.
white as a
but-
ghost. Hello?
Hey, now it's your turn. It wasn't me.
Why
was
is
me
it
last
me? I
time.
look. Is it the green? Green's not my color. It's not.
It
in
is
my
your
palette.
color.
But look how green my skin looks.
Get over it.
I
It was
look
me
sick.
last time.
I
so
swear
it's your
I'm
turn.
not. I look sick on the camera. It's bothering me.
You're good.
My
You're
lips are chapped.
beautiful. But I can't. Why am I telling this story? It's so stupid. It's totally irrelevant. But it made me think about it. But anyway, I thought I had a chance at convincing the producers or whoever of Supernatural to loan me $15,000
So you could get one.
so I could get a car. And I was like, I love your show. I have so many ideas. Blah blah blah. Please send me this money. I'll obviously pay you back. And I'm like, the stupid
How old were
childhood
you?
nonsense. No,
Too old.
I was a child. I was way too old. Way too old for that kind of nonsense.
How old were you?
I was like 17 or 18 or something like that. Way too old. Way too old to like. But see, that's the thing. When you're obsessed with something to the point where it completely inhibits your ability to think through things properly, that's the point I was with that show. My mom would come home from work. She was a bus driver for the school. She'd come home and find me still in the house watching Supernatural. She's like, "You're supposed to be at school," and I'm like, "No." I had stayed up all night.
You would just not go?
For 2 weeks. I binge watched 9 years worth of television in under 2 weeks. I did not sleep for 2 weeks. I did not go to school, or I was watching television in school for 2 weeks. Literally, I'm sitting in class and I have my phone underneath the desk and I'm watching Supernatural. Got my headphones, like, this was when the cords were still on headphones and everything. But I have my headphones looped through my...
Yeah.
I'm watching TV in the middle of school. I was obsessed with this show. Anyway, that embarrassing story has absolutely nothing to do with it.
I was
going
gonna
to
ask what this had to do with human
My
comfort or whatever.
creature comforts and everything. I also am obsessed with Pom Pals.
Yes.
And I did it again.
You got another one?
No. I emailed them thinking I have a shot in this world of actually getting that through to anybody important
What, like
enough.
your idea for one?
Yeah.
Which is?
My other obsession, which is gonks.
I'm always surprised that there isn't one.
I am too. And I
There's a
finally got
4-leaf clover.
Oh, there's a pencil. There's a pencil.
What are we doing?
So I was like, you know what? If they're not going to make it, I'm going to go ahead and put the idea out there. So I emailed them and I was like, hey, gonks are super popular. There is a difference between gonks and gnomes. Please get that right.
Are you kidding? All of the middle-aged women are going to go crazy for these pom poms.
Well, I did. I told them, I was just like, listen, I alone would make this investment worth it, but it is super popular right
There's
now.
no
I think
way. It's going to be so much money.
I would
Then you
I
would
would
definitely just buy
literally-
one, maybe two.
No, I would flood my living room with them.
Do you think you
I would
should do
bury
like
myself.
boy gonk, girl gonk?
I think they should do. Well, no, because the gonks you can't really tell. All gonks have beards.
No, but
Girl
the girl
or
ones
boy,
have
they
braids.
beards. What?
I've seen girl ones with braids.
It's kind of like a
Oh my god.
Oh. Doggy gonna jump.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Gonna hang
Oh my
herself
gosh.
on the court. Oh! Our entire system just got wonk. Oh, she's she's tugging on it. She's tugging on it. She's like, what's going on?
Sorry.
She's stuck on that.
She's so brave. Like
Yeah.
Layla wouldn't do that.
Layla.
I really need chapstick.
Can't help you with that.
I'm panicking.
It's still in my eye. Anyway.
We're not okay.
No, they're like dwarves, I thought. Dwarves, male or female, have beards. Like Tolkien, but dwarves.
I've seen girls ones with
I think
girl
that's a
ones
lie.
with braids.
I think
You think I'm lying?
No, it's not that you're lying, but they're designing ones that don't fit. I think male or female, they have beards. And so I think that the design of them should be like all the colors. You should have all the colors, also seasonal. And their little hats. I'm just saying their little hats have snowflakes or flowers for spring or, the sun for
Sometimes
summer.
emailing people pays off because here's what I thought of when you said that is there's this trend on TikTok of high school kids graduating high school. What's wrong?
Nothing. I was just putting it down.
Oh. Cool. Anyway, kids graduating high school and they send their graduation party invitation to like celebrities. Have you seen this?
And wedding invitations.
Yes.
People do that. Yeah.
And I saw someone got back a signed little photo of Julie Andrews.
Oh my gosh, I would die.
Congratulations. I know I would die.
Some celebrity actually showed up. I forget who it was.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
So it does pay off.
And
also,
to companies. Like, hey Nike,
Yeah.
we're getting married,
I've got
Love you
one.
guys.
I've done it, but this is really like a micro example, and I didn't even really email them, but there was this band I listened to in high school and I signed up for their like newsletter program or whatever, like their email newsletter, whatever. And I guess I put my address in there and they sent me like a little envelope with like some stickers and one of them was signed. Like little photos and like stickers and stuff, and I didn't pay for it or anything.
I've never had luck with that. I've sent out a few things. One, obviously, I sent to the producers of Supernatural. Never got an answer back, obviously. Hey, look, low battery. That's a problem.
Okay.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna keep... Do we have to... Plug it in.
I can't.
This is gonna go well. We gotta wrap things up pretty quickly because we're...
No, it was on 20% when we started. Now it's on 10 and we're 28 minutes in.
I don't think that's how that works.
What? Of course it is.
No. But no, I in 7th grade we had the assignment that you were supposed to send a letter or something to a favorite author.
I hated those.
I hated it. I wrote it to Michael Scott. No.
Michael Cera?
No. It was an author of one of my favorite series at that time. And now I cannot remember his name. He wrote The Alchemist.
Oh, I have that book. What's his
No,
name?
not that.
I don't have that book.
It's a different book. It's a whole 6-book series.
I don't have
fantasy.
Those. I don't have that.
The Alchemist, the Magician, the Sorceress, the something.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
It was like my favorite series at the time. So I wrote a letter to him, never heard anything back. I wrote the letter to Supernatural, never heard anything back. I wrote an email to 21 Pilots, never heard anything back.
Oh, man.
Wrote the email to Pom Pals, have yet to hear anything back.
They're going to email
Hopes
you
are
back.
still out. Hopes are still out there, so we'll see. I don't have a whole lot of luck with it, though.
I've been having luck. This is not, again, I didn't email them, but another one of my favorite bands posted on Instagram that it was like around Christmas. They were doing like, you could go on their merch shop and order. One of the members was handwriting lyrics, like song lyrics, like the whole song
Oh, yeah.
on like a little cute piece of paper or whatever.
How do you feel about people getting tattoos of that? Of the artist's handwriting?
Well, here's the thing. I was kind of thinking about it. I was like half like, if I want to do that, then I'll have that. And half, I just want to have this.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the fence about it.
Uh-huh.
It depends.
Okay. Continue with what you were
When
saying.
I see other people do it, I'm like, that's corny and you suck. When I think about it, I'm like...
It's fine when I do it, but
maybe
not
because
you.
I'm cooler than you. I don't know, though. But
You should
I
let other
ordered
people
this
tell
one
you that.
song. I ordered this one song and it was amazing, but the one line, like sometimes when you're reading lyrics and it just like kind of cuts off before like it'll be like super structured, like verse 1, chorus, verse 2, and then it like won't even include the chorus again. You know what I mean? Like,
because they're saying like it's
when it's
already
short.
written, you don't need it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one line towards the end that is just said like once and like kind of in the background. And that's what I wanted. And it wasn't on it, which is fine.
It's not fine. It's what you wanted. You didn't get it.
Well, I just DM'd them and I was like, is there any way you guys could like send me I said this very nicely, very politely, by the way, because I didn't think they were going to answer at all. It's like, is there any way I could have just maybe a picture of that line or like anything? Like, thanks, love you, whatever. They sent me a whole nother sheet with it on for free.
Well, you also like
I did not ask for it.
You also like bands that are completely unknown, so of course they're going to go above and beyond for their one and only fan. Yeah.
Right. But I don't remember what I said, but I was just like, this line I was really hoping that would be on it. Is there any way I could just have a picture? Like you could send me a picture of it or something?
That is so cool.
And they did not even respond. They just sent it.
They're like, here, good enough. Oh, that's so awesome, though. That's
it
so
was
cool.
really nice. So now I have two.
You know what's not awesome?
Oh, no.
I was PMSing so hard the other day, so this actually made me cry. It actually made me cry. It's not that big of a deal. I saw this woman. It was an ad for something, of course. And she was dabbing something on her smile lines. And she's like, yeah, I've been using this and it's diminished my smile lines. It made me cry.
Because of smile lines.
We're getting rid of smile lines. We're getting rid of the proof of happiness. It made me so sad. Anyway.
I don't think wrinkles are like I've never looked at someone and been like, oh, they're wrinkles. You get wrinkles when you get old.
I mean, I've been using an anti-wrinkle something since I was like in high school, since I was a teenager.
That's crazy.
Kind of thing. I've always kind of used, but it's just they're good moisturizers or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But the thought of us actively having evidence of our happiness and wanting to get rid of it, like if you want to slow the aging process, okay, but to actually reverse it, it's so sad. You're like getting rid of your like badges of honor. And it made me really sad. I cried. But I was PMSing really hard, so it was a little ridiculous.
I mean, yes, you should take care of what you have while you have it. But if you have a freaking smile line.
Smile lines, man, they're good.
I feel like there are bigger problems than a smile line. Like if you're worried about a smile line, get a life. You know what I mean? But I think crow's feet are so cute. My eyes have always been really wrinkly.
When a man has crow's feet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, you're right.
So precious.
I've always had like a bunch of wrinkles around my eye, and it's just the shape of my eye. Like I was like, one time I noticed it recently, and I was really bothered, and I looked at pictures of myself from high school, and I'm like, oh, that's just the shape of my face.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think we're bagging on ourselves a little too hard for all
these
things.
It's not our fault. It's the people selling the stuff to us who made it our problem.
We as a society, we as humanity bag on ourselves and take things a little too seriously. Instead of enjoying what we have, we're just like giving into the patriarchy. Don't do it, folks. We like the smile lines. We like the crow's feet.
Way back. Hold on. Backtrack. Whoa,
I'm antsy. I'm
reverse. Me too, a little bit. You were talking about a YouTube ad about cat turds. This is kind of related to that. Okay, I use a wireless earbud, not AirPods. Can't afford that. They're $20 on Amazon, and I get a new pair every year because they always break. I literally broke one and it shattered into a million pieces. Anyway, I dropped one. Excuse me. Anyway, I listen with wireless earbuds, so I'll put a podcast on and I'll walk away from my phone. And I usually can't find it. But that is the exact time when YouTube decides to play an ad that is an hour long.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, why? Second of all, oh my gosh. Like, I'll be in the shower and then I get an ad that's an hour long and I have to sit through it. But this morning, I got an ad that was a full interview. Again, like, what is this? Why do we have you ever gotten the Bee Movie as an ad? The whole thing? I've gotten that. You've seen that. Back to the Bee Movie. Anyway, I got an ad that was a full interview with this man, and he was just exposing big pharma, and I was like, oh no, well, I have to listen to this. I'll like link it or something.
I watched an entire video. This guy had me hooked, and it was an ad right at the end there. And he was like, if you're mad, it's an ad, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I was so invested. It was like a true crime story. He lived in this town where this kid committed this crime that everybody was like blown away. He got super into true crime, blah, blah, blah. And it ended up being an ad for something. I don't even remember what, because I was so angry. I trust no one and nothing anymore.
Well, the ad that I had today was just like advertising this man and like his book or whatever he has got. But this woman was interviewing him, and she was asking him questions about big pharma, and it was blowing my mind because I'm sure I've talked about this before, but I took this one class last year, and it was about media and politics. And the whole thing we learned, which basically has opened my eyes and blew my mind, is that like the products that are made were not made because of a demand. The products were made because they were easy to make, and then they created demand through advertising.
That was actually one of my points.
What?
Oh my gosh.
So he was talking about big pharma in that sense, and how like the drugs are already there, and now they're just giving them to you for whatever. Like, oh, and then he also said, I'm sorry, I'm not saying any of this right, and is because I'm dumb. I'll link it so you can go listen to it. He was saying how, so you know, like there are like rare cases of like disease, illness, issues, whatever.
Yeah.
Big pharma does not want to make medicine for those because they are not going to make a lot of money off of it because they're rare.
Big pharma has cures for the biggest. Big pharma has cures for cancer. They just can't make money off of curing diseases, so they don't do it.
He said that they wouldn't have made money off of these supplying to people with these rare cases.
Yeah, because it's not big enough to.
So then the government offered them like tax breaks and stuff to make this. So then they took that medicine and made it so that it would be widespread. For example, Botox. Back to smile lines. Botox was originally used for like neck pain, I think he said. Like they would put it in their neck and it would kind of like
migraines. People do it for migraines.
Yeah, and it like not relaxes, but you know what I mean, the muscles. And then they noticed that people were not getting wrinkles there. So then they created a demand for what they already had, and they're getting tax breaks on it because it was not widely used. So then they make even more money. Is what I'm saying making sense?
Yeah. I'm just so I'm so annoyed with everything. No, that was actually something I just wrote down the other day. This woman was buying, like, racing to get all of those collectible mystery packages. Right now, I guess it's dumplings or something. There's different colored dumplings that you can buy, but they're mystery packs. And I'm like, how stupid is that? That you have to buy all of these different ones, and it said like the rare blue one. There's like pink, purple, yellow, green, and then the rare blue one. What? There's nothing rare about that. It's just, and they're just making the demand for it ridiculous, and that you have to buy 10,000 of them. And the video that I was watching, she got 3 yellow ones. She wasted her money on 3 of the same thing because you're forced to buy all of these ones because they make the demand sound like it's this huge appealing thing. And the consumerism is ridiculous. The capitalism mentality is absolutely ridiculous. It's that kind of thing that has completely derailed our ability to actually recognize what is and is not important in our lives. And it's the overabundance.
I've never
of
had enough money to be a mystery pack person.
No, never. That. No. And also the mini food, what? Someone please explain to that. Someone please explain the logic and reasoning behind people buying that. You're buying miniature products of things for just to have them? What? Like, it's different if you're making, if one of your hobbies is making those like little houses or something, and you're setting up the whole thing and you need the miniatures.
I've never seen anybody actually doing that though.
No, you're just collecting miniature things. What?
That's an addiction on its own. Like, I have to look at those people and say, God bless you, and I don't understand you, and I can't understand you because...
You know what? I'm being a total hypocrite because I collect books. Books that I don't read. I actually just bought 2 books and ordered 2 more. One they didn't have in store, and the next one hasn't come out yet. But I bought this series, haven't even looked at it. The reviews, while they were good, and I'll certainly try to read the book. I have no idea if I bought them because they're pretty. They're some of the most beautiful books I bought 2 of the 4 books currently because they were in the store, and they're beautiful. I have every intention to read the series, don't get me wrong, but I specifically bought them because I want them on my shelves. Like most of the books I can get them from the library. That's the thing. I can read books, I can get them from the library, but I love collecting books. I love having the pretty I will not buy an ugly book. Even if I love the book itself, I'm not buying an ugly book of it. Like it's just not going to happen. So I am being a total hypocrite. I recognize that.
I don't think I collect anything.
But the whole mystery thing is what I don't get. And people do the same thing with books. Mystery date with a book. Nope. Not ever happening for me.
No.
Because one, I'm either going to get a book that I'm totally not interested in, or I'm going to get a book that I already have and I just wasted my money. But blind date with a book. No. Nope. 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 I don't get that. I really don't. But like I said, the whole mystery pack kind of thing, that is what blows my mind. That they're forcing you to buy and buy and buy and buy just so you can. And then what are you going to do with all the repeats? You know? I mean, you can sell them to other people, but
People do sell them, yeah.
crazy. This thing won't come out of my eye.
I feel really bad.
About my eye?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It's just
Oh.
annoying.
She wants to go out.
So she gags? She wants to go out, so she
I don't
makes
think
a
that was
gagging
on purpose.
noise?
She was growling and then she gagged. You hit your tooth?
I hit my tooth.
You okay?
Yeah. There's the worldwide transition. There is the world. I was at Barnes and Noble.
Transition. There's a Barnes and Noble. Doobly doobly.
Yes. I was at Barnes and I almost did it again.
I always call it Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Noble. And this guy was listening to a video out loud. No headphones. Nothing. It was like a 15-minute long video on energy sources.
What'd you learn?
I learned my capacity to want to murder people in public. I was so annoyed. And this other woman who was sitting at a table next to me, I could see her kind of glancing at the guy like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
if it's like a 2-minute video, I'm going to be annoyed. But at least it was 15, 20 minutes. I was livid. I was not having that.
You hear about the salt shortage? No? Have you noticed it?
No.
Have you tried to buy ice melt?
No. I live in an apartment complex with that is provided for me.
Nice. Well, it's been plaguing me because I work at a hardware store.
Oh.
Yes. So the governor, I don't really know the details of this, but I think they're not sending salt to stores. They're like prioritizing like salt trucks.
I would hope so.
I gotta let her out. Tell the rest of my story, would you?
Okay, while she does that though, where are my dairy lover? Wait, what? That was not what I meant. Dairy girls. How about I learn how to speak? Dairy girls. Anybody like to watch the show Dairy Girls? Not enough people talk about that. Not enough people that I can talk to about that. Have you watched Dairy Girls? We need to watch Dairy Girls because it's fantastic. Salt truck. Go. Oh. 5%. See, I told you that wasn't how it was going to be. It goes a lot faster.
That's exactly how it went. Guys, do the math for me. We
Okay.
started at 20% battery life.
We were 28 minutes in. We're only 44 minutes in now, and we're at 5%.
But we were at 10 at 28 minutes. Think about it. Half. 15 minutes.
What? Moving on. I don't know. We're gonna have to wrap this up pretty quick though. So
Everybody's trying to buy salt, and we don't have any.
wah, wah. Well, that's where we're having a true New York winter. So people are really going at it. People are freaking out about it. So
It's been so annoying.
That's okay.
But our store is on the news.
Your specific store or just Ace in general?
Ace Hardware at Fayetteville.
Oh. Nobody likes this.
I'm going to cut that.
No, and nobody cares.
Yes, my store. I was not in the video.
They had like a news truck out there.
Yeah, like the news came. And they interviewed my manager, two of my coworkers.
Well, you should have got on the news and shouted us out.
It was just they just did it on a day. Oh, I just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
The book that I made was in it. My coworker, you can see my coworker flipping through the book I made.
Very good, very good.
That's about it. I wasn't on the news. But how cool would that have been?
That would have been cool.
Oh, well.
TikTok, if I see you drumming your fingers, immediate scroll. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That girl you sent me, she did that.
Oh, she did every single thing that I absolutely detest. She drummed her fingers on it. She put her hand behind a book. It was a book.
Okay, that was really dumb because the book is bigger than her hand.
Exactly. I'm really hoping it was supposed to be a joke, but if it was supposed to be a joke, it didn't come across that way.
I thought you sent it to me because of what she was saying in the book, or in the video, because she was saying how the book made her cry and because her mascara.
I couldn't care less what she was saying. All I could focus on was how stupid it was. Don't do that. Don't do that. Enough with the hand thing. Enough with the drumming. Immediate scroll if I see that. I don't know why people are... That's not an attention getting. That is an absolute deterrent. Also, I keep seeing people... I'm not going to be able to listen to that one back.
That's probably my fault.
Can't do that. Can't listen to people slurping their food in and...
It's my algorithm.
I hate it. I hate everything about that. It's my algorithm
affecting yours.
Yeah. And if I see that guy who's advertising the tonsil the flosser thing, I can't get rid of that guy. He's a dentist or something, and it's an ad. I keep hitting like not interested, and I think my interaction with hitting not interested is making it come up more. I
think that's a thing because I have that too.
I cannot get rid of. He's every other freaking video. He's talking about tonsil stones and flossing and this and that and hydroxyapatite. I'm like, leave me alone. I want to get rid of that guy so stinking bad. And Flynn and Rapunzel, they did not fall in love instantly. People were arguing about this transition.
You mean in real life?
No,
like not in real life, but like in the
movie.
Story?
In the movie, Flynn and Rapunzel, they go on their journey. It's like a 2-day. They met and they go on their journey and they were together and the whole thing happened in about 2 days or something like that. Right? Well, people are like, oh my God, they fell in love so stinking quick. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They never once said, I love you in the movie. And it was implied, obviously, because he was like, after years of asking and waiting, she finally said yes to getting married. So obviously they had a drawn out relationship. They really, and people are like, well, they were each other's new dream. Well, yeah, that's different than saying I'm in love with you after 2 days. Like they did not fall in love. They got to know each other. They fell into like with each other over those 2 days. And if it's your person, I've said it before, if it's your person, you know really quickly if this is a person that you want to be around. Maybe you're not in love with them at that moment, but you know, hey, this is one of my people. This is my person. And Flynn and Rapunzel, they were each other's person pretty stinking quickly. You know that pretty stinking quickly. And they took their time to actually fall in love.
I like that. So actually,
I will defend that movie to my dying breath.
I'm going to say in real life again because I think it's funny. I'm just talking about like the original story. In real life, well, I think this is going to be true for the movie. She'd never seen a man before.
She only had the idea of romance from her books. She had plenty of books. So she knew what a man was.
In real life.
But yeah, she's never seen a flesh and blood man before.
The one, I know I've talked about this before.
And of course, the one that she does is Drop Dead Gorgeous, of course.
Yes. In the Grimm's fairy tales with Doc and Yo-Yo that I've talked about on this podcast before, the story is a little bit different.
Yeah, she falls into like...
She's like, I've never seen a man before. She's like, your beard is so rough. And then anyway, he falls out of the tower and into a bush and gets blind, right?
It's like a thorn bush and everything, and it scratches his eyes out, basically, yeah.
He goes, I can't see. I'm blind. In the show.
Yeah.
I just remember that.
I remember watching Into the Woods, that musical.
Does that happen in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or something like that. I just appreciated how they did her hair. It looked like a gnarled, matted, tangled up braid rather than this huge, flowing, beautiful thing. Like, no. Once you braid hair, it gets thin. It was a lot thinner. It wasn't like in Rapunzel where it's like this big, thick,
bigger than her. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Once you braid hair, it gets pretty thin, or like it gets like a rope kind of size, and that's how they did it in the Into the Woods or something. It was just kind of a rope, and it was very gnarled and matted, and I appreciated that, the realistic behind it. And then okay, so I'm just like rattling off these things because I have this whole list, and if this thing dies before I get through it, then I have to roll it over to the next time, and I don't want to do that because these are not.
Hurry up!
Okay, I'm rattling on. My life is so boring that the most exciting thing that ever happened to me was I bought a countertop dishwasher.
Do you love it?
I love it.
That's amazing. Next.
That's amazing. I think that's actually it.
Oh.
I talked about. I want people to talk to me about Dairy Girls. Nobody I know watches Dairy Girls.
I don't watch Dairy Girls.
It's so fun.
Do you see My Babysitter's a Vampire?
No.
So funny.
I
so nostalgic.
cannot wait for the next season of what's it called? Artful Dodger. That's coming out I think in November.
I started watching Squid Games. Next.
I have no interest in that whatsoever. I have no interest in TV at all. My aunt sent me a link, or she sent me something that she bought on Amazon, and she's like, I rented this. We have 29 hours left to watch it. And I was like, I don't have internet access. I can't watch it here. And so I didn't get to watch it. I'll have to go over to her house later. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I have literally no interest in any kind of television at all. The Four Nations face off. The championship is this Thursday. Canada versus US. Canada, you done messed up, Canada. They booed the United States national anthem so hard that United States threw down 3 times in 9 seconds. Yeah, Canada versus
Holy moly.
Canada versus US, they threw hands 3 separate times in the first 9 seconds of the game.
Gulf of America, what do you think?
Say again, what?
Gulf of America.
Okay, people are up in arms about that. It's the Gulf of America because it is North America, Central America, South America. The Gulf of America, not Gulf of the United States of America. It's just all encompassing. So,
true.
Although I will say,
I'm gonna let her in.
While I think that I don't care. I don't care enough to be like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. It's the Gulf of America because it is along all the Americas. But I will say that let's go ahead and be careful with renaming everything because there are bigger fish to fry. I feel like that's just not an important thing. Why are we wasting so much time and energy? And people are up in arms about that. And then someone did say something about the fact that that's kind of like a gateway to seeing how much they can get away with and how much they can rename. So I don't know how I feel about that, just as far as let's not keep changing little tiny things, and then suddenly we're living in a country that we don't recognize anymore, which we kind of already do. But at the same time,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You know, because that's the thing. It happened in, we're going to get totally nailed for this one. But I'm going to say it. It's exactly what happened in Germany. Yeah. Little things. The Jews can't do this. The Jews can't do this. And it was so small and so minor that they're like, okay, I guess it's no big deal. And then suddenly they can't do so much. There is snow literally all over that couch now.
It's okay.
It was like little minor changes that accumulated into suddenly an entire nation of who knows what this is anymore. And then they couldn't fight back because they had lost little things changed so much that it became this huge overall thing. I've said that 3 different times, but it's not working the way I want it to come across. Do you know what I mean, though? And we have to make sure that it doesn't become a whole list of things that change the trajectory. Mm-hmm. Renaming something to kind of fit the geography is like, okay, I get it. It's the America. It fits the geography a little bit better. But if we start changing too many things in too little ways that accumulate to big issues, just something to monitor. How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. That's always my answer, though.
I always have an opinion on things I don't know enough about.
That's why we have a podcast.
We're going to put it out there. If you guys have an opinion, anyone listening,
comment down below.
Please actually comment. Let's have a conversation about that. Let's get this thing going. Everyone's been talking about it. Kind of feel like I'm being a dead horse about it now. but I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Let's see how it goes. I don't, like I said, I don't trust anybody as far as I can throw, and I certainly don't trust our government in any capacity. I don't care who's in there. There's so much corrupt, left, right, red, blue, up, down. I don't care. I don't trust any of it. So I'm always leery about every decision that they make and the potential consequences. I just wish people would stop getting so up in arms about the initial and first take time to think about the domino effect and the trajectory. Get mad about the potential trajectory of a decision rather than the decision itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the in the moment doesn't really matter. It's what comes after,
Yeah.
and it's the implications and the effects that it have down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's every decision is supposed to be making change for the better. And a lot of times the decisions that are implemented in the moment seem terrible. I've talked about it before, I think. That sometimes decisions seem really bad in the moment, but once you give it time to steady itself out, the effects are actually positive. But people aren't up in arms about in the moment, that they're not thinking about the trajectory, and they want to do away with things that could actually end up being so good just because it looks bad right now. And that's the frustrating thing. It's just like, take a minute, folks, and figure it out. Be mad about it if it really looks like it's going to go sideways.
Well, I think, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of listening to myself speak.
What do you think about that anglerfish?
Why am I crying over a fish?
Oh, you're crying over it?
Not over the fish itself, but then I saw a Steve Irwin edit.
Oh, no, we can't go there. Okay, we gotta
welcoming the anglerfish.
No, we gotta go! No! We gotta go.
All I do on TikTok is cry anymore.
No. Did you see them singing to the old man at the restaurant, happy birthday? He was like 80 something and he's crying.
What?
Like sobbing.
I didn't see that.
Like the whole restaurant is singing to him. He's like out to lunch with his wife or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just like crying.
Just in case this thing shuts off before we get a chance to do it, we're going to sign off. It's been fabulous talking at you. Please join in the conversation. We're going to be getting new mics. So we're going to...
These are not that bad to hold once you get the hang of it.
It's once you get the hang of it, yeah. But I still feel like it's awkward talking into the side of it because half of it's in front of my face. And that's...
Oh, that's actually true.
So it'll be a little bit different hopefully next time. But it's been great talking at you.
Good getting to know me.
What?
Because I'm not getting to know them.
Oh. I'm so blonde sometimes. Yes. So we will talk at you next time. Bye.
Bye.
But we're not actually going to sign off because we still have some battery left. Maybe. Or do you want to sign off?
Well, should we pause it and then do it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay. We are back at it.
I just wanted to make sure that was going to save because if it dies, I'm not like 100% sure.
Ah.
You know?
Okay. So yeah. We're going to tack this on to the end of it. Actually, no, that was all I kind of had to say.
Yo, last night I was so tired and I was like scrolling on my phone, like probably doing the dumbest thing. And I was like, I wonder if I'm going to remember this right now, like tomorrow. And I was like, all right, tomorrow me, if you remember this, the word is jumping jacks. And I remembered it. I didn't think I was going to
elaborate though a little bit on that because what?
I was just so tired that I thought that I wasn't going to remember that moment. Like I was so close to falling asleep that I thought, because you know when like you fall asleep, you don't remember right before you fall asleep.
Okay, but what moment was worthy of remembering? What was the moment?
Just the fact that I was awake at all.
You know, I remember this one time where I was forcing myself to stay awake because I don't know, I'm mean to myself. There's a name for it. There's a name for everything, you know.
Torture.
Yeah. But I was staying up and I was so tired. I kept nodding off. I was like, no, don't fall asleep. And I stopped and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I don't need to be awake anymore.
I get scared if I can feel it. I get scared if I can feel myself going. I'm like, no, wake up.
Well, I just remember, like, instead of telling myself, okay, it's time to go to bed, I specifically thought in my head, I don't need to be awake anymore. Like, what a weird
I have
way
to
to put
fall
it.
asleep without myself even knowing about it. Because if I realize it,
I love it.
no.
I love feeling my body slowly.
No,
shut
and that's why I
down
hated being put under for when I had my wisdom teeth out, is because I knew I was gonna feel it, and I
love
wouldn't
it.
be able to fight it.
I was using my eye massager thing, and it's really hard to think around that because all you're thinking about is, man, this feels really good. Or you're trying to it's even hard to think past how good it feels to listen to the music, because this thing has a Bluetooth connection, so I can listen to music through it. And I'm wearing it and I'm thinking about how good it feels, and I kind of cue into like the rest of my body slowly shutting down because I'm thinking so much about the massage that I don't think about the rest of my body if I'm uncomfortable. So I'm very still, so it helps me fall asleep faster because I'm not moving around and fidgeting and keeping myself awake by keep moving. So it helps shut down my body sooner. And I absolutely love when I'm conscious of the fact that I'm shutting down. I love it.
Nah, I'm the opposite.
I love it.
I hate it. It has to happen without my permission, basically.
That's such a weird take.
Because it feels
Being
like I'm not in
scared of
control
falling
of it.
asleep.
Then
You're scared of falling asleep.
yeah,
There's got to be a name for that. 100%.
issues.
There's some kind of phobia.
I have issues.
We all have issues, but that's okay.
Cause I got issues.
Issues
You
in the
got 'em
tissues.
too.
Every time I hear issues, I think my old teacher. Issues in the tissues. For massage therapy school.
What the heck is a handkerchief? Can we leave that where it was?
Why? I love handkerchief.
No, I'm good on. Well, you
So
have
fancy.
an industrial sized handkerchief, essentially. So I think it's disgusting. We don't need to carry boogers around with us.
Don't knock the snot rag, okay? You know what? Maybe I'll bring it next week. I'll show it off. I'll show you guys my snot
I'm surprised
rag.
you haven't yet.
I showed it off in the first video we did. I think I wore it. No, maybe not. No, I had it.
For our color analysis.
I think my eyes are too close together. I remember that video and looking at it, I was like, I think my eyes are too close together.
Okay. You just were talking about smile lines.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying I'm going to separate my eyeballs somehow.
Well,
I'm just
that
saying
you can't
they look a
even
little-
change if you wanted to. It's okay if they are, but I don't think they are.
Comment down below. Please don't.
I
It'll
think
hurt my
mine are a
feelings.
little bit, but whatever.
I don't know. I was just looking at that video and I'm like, am I cross-eyed?
They're
Are my
supposed to
eyes,
be
like-
one eye distance apart from each other.
Maybe they're just like off. I think one's higher than the other, or
Usually
one's
is the
wider
case,
than the other. Like one's opens more. And I was trying to take a picture. And do you know? No, you don't, because you haven't watched it. There is an episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's the least favorite episode. Everyone hates it. It's The Great Divide. And when they go back and they're doing a little flashback, or kind of like the storytelling of, oh gosh, what are their names? Aang makes it up, and I'm doing good. I'm such a good storyteller. This is great. Aang is telling a story about these two brothers. They're not actually brothers. It was made up. Doesn't matter. Move on. Gosh. That the cartoon, though, he got upset. The guy in the cartoon got upset about something. He turned around to like glare. And it was one of those moments in cartoons where like the one eye is squinted and the one eye is really big. So kind of, and that's how I feel like my eyes are. I'm so good at telling stories. This is great.
It's like Gurr from Invader Zim.
Yes. Yes. That's how I feel like my eyes are.
It's okay.
I think this one's a lot smaller than this one.
It's not.
Don't look at my eyes. I'm going to be Cousin It now.
That's how we should do the podcast.
Go like full CEO with it.
Wait, we should make this the thumbnail. Put your microphone to your face.
In front of the hair or under the hair?
In front of it.
Okay. This is stupid. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the thumbnail. My hair do be looking good. This is day 2 hair.
Wow, congrats!
Yeah. Usually I have to wash my hair every day.
This
but
is day 2 hair for me, so it's a little flat, but
get yourself what I use now, and I absolutely love it, to keep some of the volume.
dry
up
shampoo.
here with texture. But
I just do regular.
No, you gotta.
But I don't
texture.
do things in a can. I'm trying to be a little cancer free. Everything else is gonna give me cancer. I gotta get it where I can take. Wait, what? Gotta avoid what? What's the saying I want right now?
I feel like the essence of what you're saying is there.
I gotta get it where I can get it and not get it where I don't. And I gotta avoid and I gotta.
I did that the other day. I was editing one of the videos, and was it me or you that started it was you. You had a story that we were just like, sometimes people, when people do the thing, sometimes people, and you just kept going.
Oh no!
I started laughing. I didn't comment on it. I just, in the clip, I started laughing about it because I want to interject. I was thinking about if we put it on YouTube, it's not one of the ones we filmed. It's just an audio one. But I was like, I want to put this entire episode on YouTube just so I can interject that little kid in the interview or whatever it was.
When you
it made me laugh so hard. I loved it.
When you dream that you can do anything.
Yeah. That's good. I don't know where my headphones are. I don't know what